Thank you.
There we
Zoom
go.
is so
Thank you.
Zoom is so kind to tell me.
It really is. Well,
Hello.
welcome to
Welcome.
video podcasts.
Yeah.
We're doing this now.
It's the new frontier, perhaps the final frontier.
I know. You can see our faces.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see our faces. If you're just listening like normal, you can't.
Then perhaps we have entirely different faces that you have imagined of us.
I do kind of wonder about that. Like people who have only listened and they've never seen, like, when we've posted selfies on Instagram or whatever, if they like think about what we look like.
Yeah.
And if we look completely different.
Because I think I did do that with Aaron Mankey. I think I had like a different, I don't know. I don't remember what it was because now I've seen a photo of him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I definitely do that with podcast hosts. I have like a picture of what I think they look like. And then I like look them up on their website or whatever. And I'm like, that's what? That's what they, okay. Anyway.
And of course, like the guy who plays Bob in Bob's Burgers has joked about that everyone expects him to look a lot different based on, well, if you watch Archer or Bob's and then.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, that was a very long way of saying we're doing videos now.
And welcome to our Bob's Burgers episode.
And welcome. We do talk about Bob's Burgers a lot.
We love it.
Yes. So we just thought this would be a cool thing to try out. I think we had a lot of fun doing a video with Fictional Hangover. So we're like, let's go ahead and do videos for all of our episodes.
Yeah.
So those are going to be on YouTube. We're also still releasing audio only on all our regular platforms. So that won't change if that's how you listen to us, but you just have another way to join us now.
I feel a little bit like I'm a newscaster on location.
You look like
home.
One. You look like one. We're reporting live from a woman's home.
From a woman's home. Where nothing has happened.
That she wants you to know about.
She needs you to know.
Anyway, yes. That is, I like that. That's great. Well,
and you get to see all our like weird nerdy accoutrement now too. Like it's fun.
Don't worry, we're not going to do this every single time. This is just new for us, so we're just
excited.
Yeah, we're just excited about it. Anyway, it's a new month. It's a new month. We have a new topic, a new series.
We do.
It's a new series for us, but what we are discussing is not a series yet. We are of course talking about Knives Out.
And it's our first kind of whodunit mystery
and
type dealio.
I just happen to have this right here. It's a knife if you can't see it. It's not a real knife. It's a prop dagger. But okay. Anyway.
Where did you get your prop dagger?
Amazon.
Brilliant. I love it.
It's fine.
Yes.
I bought it for a pirate costume.
Sure.
And then I've also used it for various Romeo and Juliet themed Instagram posts.
Oh yeah, you betcha. Yeah, absolutely. Well,
so its name is Happy. I just decided Happy Dagger.
Happy the Dagger. I love it. Perfect.
Yeah. Anyway,
perfect.
Knives Out.
Yeah, Knives Out. We are talking about a really kind of complicated a film series that feels like it's on its beginnings, right? Like we got our first in 2019, and then it's there's going to be a new movie coming out in 2022.
I think so. Yeah. Question mark.
Question mark.
That's what most industry experts are thinking right now.
'Cause
2022.
who knows?
Who knows? We could
And
have
so-
another. We could have more murder hornets. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Frankly, who knows? But for those who kind of didn't know or are new to this movie, Knives Out is a 2019 American mystery film written and directed by Ryan Johnson and produced by Johnson and Ram Bergman. It premiered on September 7th, 2019 at the Toronto International Film Festival, and then in a wider release on November 27th, 2019. It stars a bunch of really amazing people. It stars Lakeith Stanfield, Daniel Craig, Ana de Armas, Chris Evans, Toni Collette, Ricky sorry, Ricky. Michael Shannon, who just blew me away in 9 Perfect Strangers.
That's still on my list. I need to watch that.
Oh my gosh, you have to, Rhonda.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Christopher Plummer, among other
AKA
people.
Captain Von Trapp.
Yeah.
For all you
Sound
of Music heads.
Yeah. What a
I know you're out there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yes. And as we alluded to earlier, in March of 2021, it was reported that Netflix had agreed to pay over $450 million. I think it's actually like 470. It's close to 470 for the rights to 2 sequels to be written and directed by Johnson. Daniel Craig is reprising his role as Detective Benoit Blanc. Other confirmed cast members include Dave Bautista, Edward Norton, Janelle Monáe, Catherine Hahn.
Oh my gosh.
Leslie Odom Jr.
Okay.
It's like Ryan Johnson read your dream journal, Erin.
No, it really, I'm blushing right now. Oh my goodness.
Kate Hudson and Jessica Henwick. I know. What has Kate Hudson been doing lately? Apparently she's going to be in Knives Out too.
Her. I was actually just wondering where Kate Hudson was.
Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, didn't she go to Harvard? Or was that just Emily Gilmore's fear was that Kate Hudson would go to Harvard and take Rory's spot? Anyway, filming for Knives Out 2, which, by the way, that is not the official title. We don't know what the title is going to be yet. I'm rooting for Knives In. I want the title to be Knives In. Anyway, but
I want it to be Knives Out 2, like TOO.
Like 2O, yes. Knives Out to the streets. Huh? Yeah.
And it has to have
Knives Out to Electric Boogaloo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knives Out to Love Never Dies.
Oh, yes. Perfect. No, that's it. You win. Okay. So, but filming did begin in June of 2021 on Knives Out 2 Faster and Furious. Knives are an outer.
Knives are an outer.
Knives are an outer. A release date is yet to be announced because Netflix never tells you when their stuff is coming out until like a month before. It's fine.
It's just like a gift. It's just like eventually there's just a new thing on your Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens. Still waiting for a release date on that Persuasion adaptation too.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
And the Princess Switch 3 with like 5 Jessica.
No, we know when
Vanessa
that's coming out. That's November 18th. November 18th. Yeah.
Oh, that's like...
Oh, Erin, I am on top of it. Princess Switch 3. It is on my calendar.
Oh my goodness.
I know, right? Okay. Anyway, let's talk about Knives Out. It is.
Everything's happening so fast.
There's another Princess Switch movie.
Oh, wow. What a time.
Yeah. All right. Bring it down. Tell me about when you first watched Knives Out?
2 days ago. I had really wanted to see it.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I think I was in, not two, so maybe it was like 5 days ago, but I was in grad school when it premiered and I was really excited to go see it. And then I couldn't. So I saw it 5 days ago and I loved it.
Why couldn't you see it when it came out?
Life. I feel like I was in that I was um commuting and all this sort of stuff. So I'm new to it. I also for like years thought it was Ready or Not. I get those two confused in my head.
Interesting.
Because they're kind of similar.
Actually kind of, yeah, there's some similarities there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? What were your first dalliances?
Dalliances. That sounds
dalliances.
That's scandalous.
Yeah. Knives are out, baby.
Knives are out. They're out. I saw it in a movie film for theaters. I saw it in a theater.
A movie film for theaters.
Yeah, I saw it in a theater, and I was already a fan of Rian Johnson, although I didn't know until The Last Jedi that I was a fan of Rian Johnson, and then I looked at other films that he had made before that, and I was like, oh, I love all of these movies. I guess I'm a Rian Johnson fan. Anyway, so that was basically all I knew about it, is that Rian Johnson wrote and directed it, and it was a murder mystery with Daniel Craig. That was all I knew. And I was like, yeah, we haven't really seen real, I think Murder on the Orient Express had just come out maybe I want to say a couple years before. So that was really, and that kind of underperformed, didn't it? Because they didn't call it Murder Train, which is what they should have called it.
Call it Murder. You know who didn't underperform was Leslie Odom Jr. in that movie.
That is very true. That's an excellent point. But I did actually like Murder on the Orient Express, but
I thought it was fine. I thought it was a fine. Movie you see at the holidays with your family. It was fine.
Kenneth Branagh is in it, so
yep, we're fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, he did a 4-hour Hamlet. He can do. Yes. Okay, so. So I was like, yeah, I think it's interesting that we haven't seen a lot of whodunit murder mystery, straight up mystery movies recently. Yeah. A lot of the time they tend toward psychological thriller, or they're more kind of or they're not really a mystery, it's more of a suspense. So yeah, I thought it was interesting that this genre was kind of being revived and refreshed. Yeah, and it's a great movie. I've watched it just within the past 2 weeks. I've watched it 3 times just to get ready for this, but yeah, but it's good every time. It's great
because there's so much in it that you can keep pulling out. I also think that kind of a murder mystery is a safe bet if you are producing a movie. Everyone's gonna go see a murder mystery.
Are they though?
I feel like it's palatable for folks our parents' ages, as something they're maybe interested in, and then I don't know. I feel like it's kind of, and then sometimes they can be campy and fun. I think they're a pretty safe bet when I'm producing my movies.
Sure. Yeah, because I think it is I think it depends on the movie itself. It depends on the cast. Yeah. It depends on kind of the aesthetics. If younger people are going to go see it, because I kind of think of a murder mystery I think of like Murder, She Wrote, and like
Uh-huh.
like stuff that like our grandmas watched. Like that's
Right,
what I
right.
think of when I think of murder mystery. So I think like trying to do a murder mystery, but like making it, like kind of like revitalizing the murder
Yeah.
mystery to make it more fresh and to make it, kind of more
Yeah.
relevant for our time, I think is something that would actually be tough and
Yeah.
wouldn't be a safe bet, in my opinion.
I Now that I'm thinking through that opinion, I think it's because they're produced all the time in community theater. So
Okay.
like I think of it as a safe
Like
bet.
dinner theater, like a mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
somehow that's the thing that's stuck on the community theater circuit is murder
Hmm.
mysteries. Like
And
you
there's like a
see a
murder
whole,
mystery dinner train.
yeah.
Yeah, totally.
There's like the same people who go to Rocky Horror Picture Show are really into murder mysteries, or like it's the
Okay.
same kind of like cult classic type thing.
Cult classic.
Cult classic.
Classic cult. We should start a new podcast called Classic Cult.
Classic. And it's just a cult that we run.
Yeah. Ideas. Okay. That's great. That is interesting. It'll be interesting to see, like, I mean, it's been 2 years since it came out, but one of those years was 2020. So
Who knows? Yes.
when movies start being made again,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see if like the kind of murder mystery whodunit kind of does have a bit of a resurgence because of this. So
It'll also be interesting. They're looking at the second movie slump potentially. So it'll be interesting to see how they mitigate that too.
Mm-hmm.
Concerned.
Yes. But excited.
I'm
very much excited for Knives In.
Yeah.
Or Knives Are Outer.
Knives Are Outer. Yes.
Yeah, that's good too.
Or
Knives
the Santa
Out.
Claus 2.
The Santa Claus 2.
We'll just call it that. It's fine.
But speaking of Knives Out.
Speaking of knives.
So is it actually a quote? When in the movie, when he says, it's like, you're a bunch of vultures, knives out, beaks bloody. Is that actually a quote from something else?
The more I looked into it, everyone kept saying it was alluding to something in Shakespeare, but I could not find it.
But we don't know what in Shakespeare it's alluding to.
No.
Okay.
And none of the web pages would tell me either. They just said it's Shakespeare.
The Googles won't tell me.
The Googles will not impart their wisdom to me.
Yeah. Well, I think just like with everything we talk about, I think we can see a little Shakespeare in there. Like,
yeah. They put a really tiny Shakespeare just
like we do on all of the things I make on Canva. I put a little Shakespeare.
Yeah, they just have in every scene of Knives Out. If you look really closely, there's a really little Shakespeare somewhere in the scene.
Little Shakespeare,
really little.
They call him Little Shakes.
Yes,
Little Shakes. Oh, but actually, real fun fact: Joseph Gordon-Levitt has a voice cameo in Knives Out.
What?
Yes, he's appeared in every movie that Rian Johnson has made.
Really?
Yeah. So if you watch, it's the scene at the beginning where Marta is in her kitchen with her, I think it's her mom and her sister, and her sister's watching a murder show on her laptop, and he's one of the voices in the murder show.
Oh, yeah. How funny! Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great
that's
stuff.
awesome.
Great stuff.
I love that
Fun,
stuff. Yeah.
fun fact.
Fun. A little
Great
tidbit.
content.
Content. Hashtag relatable
Quality
content.
Yes. Um, but I think that's like one thing, you know, like you mentioned, like there's so much in this movie, like it's clear that like so much thought went into like the writing, obviously, and also like the design, like the house is like incredible. It's like its own character in the movie, almost like, you know, almost like how a haunted house in a horror movie becomes its own character. It's like so much thought was obviously put into that.
Yeah, and so much so that like I was taking notes on things I wanted to continue to research as I was watching. So like all of the colors are like deep jewel tones, and there's so much like green. It just felt, I don't know, design wise it was just fascinating to watch, and also just really decadent and gorgeous and kind of like
yes, quality. And we definitely will be talking more about the house later on in our series. But yeah, I just wanted to mention it here because it's like, it's like, I want to live in that house, but I also don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Great houses.
Quality houses.
Quality house.
And
I also
like,
want Marta's mug at the end. The mug that she has. It's like, my house, my rules, my coffee. I want that.
And
that's the mug that I should have.
That's the mug we should both buy before we record the rest.
Should. Yeah. I'll go on Amazon real quick.
Because that was such an important moment, the end shot where she's on the balcony so high above them and they're on the ground. Oh, love it. I love a good purposeful level.
That is great. Yeah. When I think that's like, I love that choice to have that be the end, like not just like the end of the story, but like the ending shot to show that like Marta kind of got her due in the end, and so did everyone else. Like everyone else, like the whole Thrombey family is like terrible to her. And they get the consequences for it. It's great.
They sure do. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Just thinking about her performance too. Ana de Armas is just amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I think she has a really tough role. Like that's a tough role because she's like, she has all these like, she has to ground the movie basically. Cause like all of these characters around her are like all of these kind of like almost caricature kind of characters. Like they're all, you know, obviously like the family is like, they're all like very privileged and kind of in different ways. They kind of show their snobbishness. But then like Daniel Craig is like the most like extra. Like so like playing opposite to that had to be like, you know,
absolutely
a tough order. But yeah, she's great.
I think there's also something difficult about having that many kind of vomit takes where like making that not feel campy in a world where everyone around you is campy. Like realistically doing that kind of action is I would imagine would have been really challenging.
Totally. That's a good way to describe it. Like everyone around her is campy, but her performance is very grounded and very real. Which is like, had to be like so difficult to do.
And like, I think it's also really hard, especially in a mystery like this, to not play the ending too soon, and to not, and maybe
Sure.
like, because obviously from the first table read, you know what's going to happen. So like, and you're an actress and you're amazing at it, but making sure you don't give it away in your performance. Like, you have to really commit to believing the characters you believe, and choosing which characters you don't believe. And yeah, just, oh man, oh boy.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, I think so. We might have different answers for like who's your favorite character versus which actor gives your favorite performance. So I know mine are different. Mine are definitely different, but I'm curious about yours.
You go first, and then I'll think.
Okay. Well, I think my favorite character is Lakeith Stanfield's character. I don't remember what's his name. I don't remember his name. I don't know if did they ever say it? I don't remember. Anyway,
I'm so bad with names in general. Like,
I am too.
And it's funny because I think I make a point to not be bad with names in person in my life. So then it's like in movies, I can't be bothered to learn.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter for the story. Not really. So that's my favorite character though. But my favorite performance is Toni Collette, because I love her so much.
I love her.
And I love that she's channeling this like Gwyneth Paltrow goop, like like white liberal nonsense kind of like, she's so great.
Tinnifer.
That one, Tinnifer. She's such a Tinnifer. That one shot where she, the scene where she's like dancing at the birthday party and she's like just vibing. Like, I love her.
She reminds me of characters that June Diane Raphael plays all the time. Like that aloof, really like, just
ridiculous.
That
like, yes. I love her. And I just love Toni Collette. Like,
I know.
One of my favorite actors.
A goddess of musical theater, a goddess of film, a goddess of television. We love her. Oh gosh. This is so hard. Because I feel like, okay, so my favorite performance was definitely Ana de Armas. Definitely. Loved her so much. I thought she's fascinating to watch. Like, she reacts in such like an authentic way. I just really liked following the movie with her. Oh wait, I'm getting my answers confused. Sorry. So the question was favorite favorite actor.
Your favorite
performance.
Your favorite character and your favorite performance could be the same, though.
Yeah, they might. Yeah, they might be the same. She's my favorite across the board.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think Ana de Armas does a really good job of being sort of the audience surrogate, but then she also like, so like, that's kind of like, like in murder mysteries, in mystery stories, there's always that character who's kind of the audience surrogate, or like the audience, like the way that the audience experiences the story is through this character. And so like we get that with her, but then we also, like that, like I think it's about 30 or 40 minutes into the movie, we get that first twist where we find out that, she actually killed Harlan by accident.
Right.
And so then like you learn something else about her. And so then it's about like, is she going to like get in trouble for this? Like, are they going to find out that, she made this mistake? And so like, it changes what the audience needs from the character, but she just flips with it so seamlessly. It's like, it's a very like understated, but like, like crucial performance. And she does it great.
Yeah. because you have to be so with her that you're rooting for her at that point, right? Like you
Right.
have to have already like kind of fallen in love with her and identified with her, or at least wanted to follow her journey. And then when this happens, it's almost like you're devastated. You're like, oh gosh,
You're like, oh
what?
no, she's gonna,
What?
and you get,
Yeah.
yeah.
I felt it like to my core. I was so like scared for her. Oh my gosh.
And then also, I don't know if you experienced this, but the first time I watched it, I wasn't like expecting this exactly, but I was kind of like, I wonder if they're going to go the route that, oh, she actually is like, guilty, like in the real sense, like she is,
right.
has been lying this whole time. She's actually, the
Right.
villain of the piece. And I was like, oh, are they going to go that route? Like that would have been like, yeah. I love that this is an original movie. Like it's not based on anything.
Nothing. Yeah.
It is a franchise now, which
yes.
But
it's a new franchise. Yeah.
Right. But because of that, like you don't know where it's gonna go.
Right.
It's like, yeah.
We could not have done our homework. We don't know.
Right. Yeah. And it's it's kind of the same with Chris Evans's character. Cause like you like when he first comes in, like you obviously like it's kind of a douche. But then like when it seems like he's helping Marta, you're like, oh, maybe he is actually an okay guy. And so you don't know with him either, like which way he's gonna flip. And he does it great too.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that whole reveal where it just doesn't, the knife doesn't work.
It's like a fake knife. Yeah.
I sat there honestly, but like I had a long week, but my brain couldn't catch up. So I was like, wait, is she, my first thought was that she was wearing like a bulletproof vest. And then I was like, but that doesn't make sense. Where did the knife go? I had this very like real moment of like this ditzy moment of, I don't know, just wondering like what happened to the knife. And then of course, and they had the line earlier about the fake knives. So it all made sense.
Chekhov's knife.
My sweet little teacher brain was like, what? What just happened? Yeah. Oh, before we move on, I do have to honorable mention Michael Shannon. I'm a super fan of his. I just think he's just fascinating to watch. So I had to honorable mention him as well. My little Alexis Rose hands. Oh dear.
Yeah. You know what? Everybody in this movie just knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, there's
not a bad one. There's not a bad actor in the cast. Like they're all great.
When we were talking about one of those Shakespeare movies where like everyone was good except for like one person, you didn't get that here. You have like everyone.
The Ethan Hawke Hamlet, where like Julia Stiles is trying really hard. God bless her.
She's trying, and every actor has struggled with the Shakespeare, but yes.
But Bill Murray in that Hamlet. Like sit down, like so
where
good.
Is he in this franchise?
Where is Bill Murray? Bill Murray needs to be in Knives Are Outer.
Knives Are Outer. Get on it, Hollywood.
Or you know what? He could be in the third one.
Yeah,
that would be
perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yes. But speaking of the sequels, what are we hoping to see in the next movie? From what I can tell, it's an entirely unconnected story. It's just Daniel Craig is also in the same role. So
You know,
I
I'm almost
wonder.
hoping for like an entirely different setting, like an entirely different, like this one was so dark and moody. I almost hope for like almost like a Breaking Bad level, just like scenario shift where you go to
Oh,
like the desert and you know like just something entirely opposite from this, or maybe you
well,
go
they're filming in Greece. So
ooh
yeah. So
okay
you might get your wish. You're thinking like
okay
a sun-drenched
yeah with
ancient
like
city setting.
something just
Yeah.
something entirely different.
Very, very Agatha Christie. That's
Yes,
yes.
please.
Yes.
What are yes, what are you hoping for?
um so I'm honestly like as far as like what I hope to see, I'm like wide open.
Yeah,
Just like I trust Ryan Johnson to,
yep,
you know, to do his thing. Like I've never seen a Ryan Johnson movie I didn't like, so
I've never
um
seen another Ryan Johnson movie except for the Star Wars one.
well, you've got some homework to do.
I've
Uh
also got some splaining to do.
The
But
Brothers Bloom is great.
okay.
It's the closest thing he has to a romp, I would say, is Brothers Bloom.
Okay. I could
Go
get
watch
on
that
board for
one.
a romp.
Okay. Knives Out 2 or Knives Are Outer.
Knives are outer.
Uh so okay. So what was I saying? I was saying something about it. Okay. I'm up for anything Ryan Johnson wants to give us. I do have some predictions though.
Okay. What are you thinking?
So just based on, you know, who's in the cast and where they're filming, um, and based on, you know, what we saw in the first movie. So in the first movie we did have um there's like some class commentary,
Yep.
some like exploration of the ideas of like privilege and like how that
Yeah.
intersects with crime and social class, um, which we talked about in our Downton Abbey series.
Yeah.
Go check that out. Little plug.
Yeah.
So I think that we might see some more exploration of themes like that, but um, with kind of a different angle on it, maybe. So maybe
Uh-huh.
there might be more. It might be more like kind of gender or
Ooh.
I don't know if it would be race based commentary. I don't know if that if that would be in there. But maybe there might be like, yeah, like some more gender kind of commentary, gender class commentary.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very abstract. But so
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about like another filmmaker we love, Jordan Peele. So
Yeah.
right. So he like both of the movies that we've seen from him so far, Get Out and Us, like both of them definitely have social commentary, but they're kind of
Yeah.
different takes and different angles on
Oh
it. So
yeah.
I think that's what we might see from
Yeah.
Knives Out to the Streets.
Well, I certainly do hope that Anchorman 2 gives us that. Just something entirely different. Um
Knives Out Strikes Back.
Knives Out. Oh, Knives Out Strikes Back. Yeah, that's
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Sure.
There is just like a bit of context for the sequel. I read in an article today. The Hollywood Reporter reported that the deal with Netflix gives Johnson full creative control of the
Ooh.
franchise. It says he doesn't have to take notes from Netflix. The only contingencies are that Daniel Craig must star in the sequels, and
Okay.
each must have at least the budget of the 2019 movie, which was in the $40 million range.
Okay.
Sources say that Johnson, Ram Bergman, and Daniel Craig stand to walk away with upwards of $100 million each. What are they going to do with that money?
What are they, what does that? I think you've broken my teacher brain with what?
Yeah, that's a lot of money. But yeah, full creative control. So
good.
We'll see.
Wow.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, we have been talking for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
We should probably go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah.
But
we came at you with a lot of excitement about this.
We did.
This movie. Yeah.
We're doing video. You're looking at our faces. Well,
hello.
Me, if you're watching the video, I feel like I shouldn't have to like caveat that every time, right?
No, I think we're gonna need to, Rhonda.
You know what I mean?
think we're gonna need to explain. We are currently sitting in front of a video camera, and you can see our faces.
Yes. But yeah, I'm excited for this series.
Me too.
I think it's a great one to talk about in November as the weather is cold and you just want to curl up with a cozy mystery. Perfect.
November, your bangs are cute. November,
thank you.
Your voice
is
a flute.
And that song is about April.
Is about
okay.
Well, thank you for venturing with us into the world of video, friends.
And Knives Out to Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
We could not be more excited.
No.
If we try.
Oh wait, now I'm more excited. A minute went by and now I'm even more excited.
Are you making me a liar?
Yes.
All right. Yes.
Okay.
Next week, we're actually not entirely sure what we're going to talk about next time because we haven't sorted our topics yet, but we will talk about something.
We wanted that authentic suspense of the world of a murder mystery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, join us.
Well planned. Yes.
Join us next time.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us this time.
Thank you.
And we will see you anon.
I wave like this every time, even though you could never see me before. But goodbye.
Goodbye.
I really do. I wave at my camera. Like, bye.